Hello and welcome to our short chair yoga session focused on hip and lower body mobility. Please come to a comfortable seat in a chair where your feet can ground down into the floor. Place your palms on your thighs, close your eyes. Arrive with your breath. Inhale through your nose, open your mouth wide and exhale. Inhale again through your nose. Open your mouth wide and exhale. One more time, take a big breath in through your nose. And exhale out through your mouth. Bring your hands together at your heart center. Bow your head into your hands. Set an intention, a purpose for your practice. What are you trying to create or cultivate here today? Inhale that intention through your whole body. Exhale, let it go. Good. Place your hands back down onto your thighs. Shift your hips forward on your chair ever so slightly so your feet are coming out a little more. Take your hands, interlace your hands under your right leg and hug your right knee into your chest. Now, if you need the stability of the chair to lean back on, that's okay. But to work through your core a little more, you might actually lift your spine away from your chair. When you get here, just begin to pedal your right foot. So you're going to pull your foot in and press it down, like you're pressing on the gas and then releasing the gas in your vehicle. We'll do that for 3. Push down and lift up. 2. Good. One more time. Perfect. Now take that ankle and you can extend your leg out if that's easier and take 3 big ankle rolls in one direction. Good. 3 big ankle rolls in the other direction. Perfect. Go ahead now and catch that foot with your hand. Place your ankle onto the opposite side. This is a variation of thread the needle pose, a very common stretch for your hip flexor, your lateral hip in yoga. Choose to stay here if you feel that stretch along the outside of your hip, or perhaps you'll take a breath in and as you exhale, fold forward by any amount, uncovering an amount of sensation that doesn't leave you in any pain, but definitely gives you that sensation that there's a stretch, there's something happening here. Breathe into that feeling for 3, 2, and 1. Really good. Inhale, rise back up. Now take your hands to the front of your shin, same leg. Hug that leg in towards your chest for a chair variation of wind relieving pose. This is nice for your digestive system. Good. Reach your leg forward. Wrap your hand underneath your thigh. Reach your leg forward. Extend your toes back towards your face. And now point your toes away. So similar as we did previously, but this time your leg is in full extension. Good. Take 3 big ankle circles in one direction and 3 big ankle circles in the opposite direction. Very nice. Now slowly release your hands from under your legs. You might be forced to lean back on your chair or you'll feel your core activate. Bend that right knee in, keep the foot hovering. As you inhale, stretch your leg out. Exhale, bend your leg in. Inhale, stretch your leg out. Do that 3 more times, starting to fire up the muscles of your quads and your glutes. Good. 2, leaning back or sitting up for more advanced variation. And 1, perfect. Drop that foot down and just take a little shimmy on your chair to relieve any tension built up in your hips. Come on into the other side. Interlace your hands behind your left leg. Snuggle that knee right in towards your chest. Press your toes forward and pull your toes back. Remember that analogy of pushing down on the gas pedal and then changing your mind. You're just pressing that foot down and pulling your toes in. 3 ankle circles in one direction, followed by 3 ankle circles in the other direction. Wonderful. Slowly, carefully catch your foot, catch your leg, and caress that left ankle across your right thigh. Either stay here or inhale, lengthen to your spine before you exhale and meander forward ever so slightly. This doesn't have to be to the end of your range of motion. In fact, in yoga, we like to stay within about 60 or 70% of our body's range of motion to prevent any injury. Wherever you are, take a few more breaths in. Notice the sensation penetrating your outer hip flexor. Breathe into that sensation. Brilliant. Start to lift up your spine. If you've chosen to fold forward, unwrap that leg. This time, interlace your hands in front of your shin and hug your leg in towards your chest. Gather and inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Perfect. Your hands now slide back under your thigh as your leg comes into extension. Point your toes forward and drive your toes back towards your knee. And just pulsing in and out, back and forth 3 times here before you take 3 big ankle circles in one direction. Notice if this feels any different with your leg fully extended. And 3 big ankle circles in the opposite direction. Good work. Now carefully release your hands from your leg. Bend your knee so your foot is now hovering just above the floor. Your core instantly activates. Extend your leg back out. Bend your knee and extend. 3 more repetitions here. Try to keep your spine away from the floor if that's available to you, so your abdominal muscles are forced to do a little bit of work. One more time, and then release your feet to the floor. Step your feet nice and wide. Take your hands inside your feet and just wiggle your knees. Kind of feels like a dance too, doesn't it? Wiggle your knees. I'm on my tippy toes because my feet are just getting into the floor. Perfect. Lubricating those hip joints. Come back through center and rotate your whole body. So turn your whole body towards the left. Keep that left hip on your chair. Your left hip is on your chair. Meanwhile, take a big step back with your right leg. And you might notice if you have a regular yoga practice straight away that this looks like Warrior Two. And this is a chair variation of Warrior Two. My right leg is grounded really through the outer edge of my right foot, pinching down into the floor. My left big toe is absolutely rooted on the earth. And as you get here, you can work on driving your pubic bone up and stabilizing through your core. Add the arms in when you feel steady, right? You need to find that balance before you add the arms in. Turn your gaze over your left middle fingers. Take 5 deep breaths here. As you take those breaths, continue activating the entire right leg from the edge of your right foot up straight into your hip. In fact, even your core is strong here. Keep breathing for 3, 2, and 1 more breath. Pull that breath in. Let that breath fall out. At the same time, your palms fall down. Take your right hand down your back thigh. If you're feeling quite steady, lift your left arm up. You might take a little side stretch here. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Return your hands back down to your legs. Carefully catch the chair if you'd like. Come back through neutral and shift over onto the other side. Now my left leg stretches back. My right big toe mound is rooted. Maybe your whole foot is rooted. And there's a little work here to drive the pelvis towards the left, towards the front of your chair as you open your arms wide once you're stable. Take your gaze over your right fingers this time. Pin down through the outside edge of your back foot. Fire up the muscles of your back leg. pull your belly button in. Feel that core engagement, that strengthening as you peer over your right fingers. You're breathing here for 5, 4, 3, you're breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant. Take your back hand on your back thigh. Stretch your top arm up and over ever so slightly. A gentle side bend meets you here. And now release both arms and both legs forward. Good work. Please come up onto the balls of your feet. In fact, right up onto your tippy toes. Drop your heels down. Lift your heels up. Engage your calves as you do this. Drop your heels down. Lifting up. Release your heels down. One more time. Lift up and release your heels down. This time, I'd like you to give yourself permission to get a little bit lazy, a little slouchy in the chair. Take your hands, interlace your hands under one of your feet, either foot here, and send that leg forward. And now I invite you to write your name with your toes. So imagine that you had a little bit of paint on the tip of your toes and you were writing your name. And if you have a really short name, maybe you write your last name too. If you have a really long name, this is an excellent way to build mobility in your feet. And it's really great if you're dealing with arthritis in your feet. After you finish drawing your name with that foot, take your leg patiently back down to the floor and switch sides. Same thing. Just write your name here. Notice what font you're writing in, if it's in a nice handwriting or simple block letters. There you go. You have over 100 different bones and muscles and tendons and ligaments in your feet. So anytime we can do work on this part of our body is essential for keeping us solid and steady when we're walking and moving. Wonderful. Once you've finished writing your name with your feet, take those feet back down onto the floor. Place your hands onto your thighs, close your eyes, gather your breath, inhale. And exhale, let it go. Connect your hands at your heart center. Remember your intention, your purpose for this practice. Inhale that intention in through your nose. And exhale, let it go. Thank you so much for practicing. Have a wonderful day.